Hello, it's Maggie the Cheshire Crafter here. Now, have you heard the saying, the best laid plans of mice and men? And it's related to things that you have planned that go awry. You plan to do something and for some reason you're stopped in your tracks. Well, I'm in the middle of a project and my sewing machine stopped working. The project I was doing was the autumn string quilt, and I'm at the point where I'm attaching the two borders and quilting them together. As you know, I use my mum's Singer sewing machine, and because it was my mum's Singer sewing machine, I really don't want to push it. I've had 3 warnings now. If it were a car, I think a warning light would come on. It's overheating, you need to put oil in it, time for a service. I have a service booked for this machine and the vintage handheld sewing machine. I rang them up about 5 weeks ago and naively thought I could take them in that day. And they laughed at me and said, well, we'll put you on the end of the waiting list. And I said, well, how long's your waiting list? And they said 3 months. I said, 3 months? So it's obviously good work if you can get it. So I booked both machines in for a service at that point. But I've continued to use the electric. It is just a domestic sewing machine though. And it's been working for many, many years. And when I think back, I don't think it's ever been serviced. So it's well overdue a little bit of tender loving care, don't you think? Now, what I will do is I'll do a video of the story so far of the Forever Autumn string quilt. And it might be January before my sewing machines are serviced. I'm not going to push this machine. The last thing I want is to completely wreck my mum's sewing machine. If it needs a new motor, because of the heritage of this machine, I would pay for a new motor to go in it. And the vintage sewing machine, I don't even want to try to sew something that I've invested so much time in on a machine. I don't know how well it will work yet. So I have thought about it long and hard. I'm going to pack everything away and I'm going to wait until perhaps the depths of winter, January, February. I might be glad to get this quilt out again, but I'm going to wait until the machines have been serviced and they've been A-okayed and I can use them again comfortably before I complete the quilt. I will do a story so far YouTube video on this quilt, and then once I've completed it I'll show the finishing and completion of it. It is a gift for somebody. It wasn't a Christmas present, and because of the nature of the gift, they're not expecting it. They don't know anything about it yet, so it is a project that can wait. What it does mean is that I can't do all the Christmas sewing that I planned. What I will be doing on this channel is I'll be doing some of the handmade Christmas crafts that I normally do. My Christmas cards, my Christmas decorations, anything else that takes my fancy. And I'll show you how I'm doing those. Some of the Christmas fabrics that I bought, I can hand sew. Some of them I'll keep for another year. But I just thought I'd give you a heads up on what's happened. When I used the machine, it just cut out on the Saturday. I thought it was a bit overheating on the Saturday. On the Sunday, it cut out again. By the time it did it on the Monday, I got the message. And trust me, I know when to stop. So I stopped at that point. So a bit disappointed about that with the sewing machine, but it won't stop me crafting. I've been out today and bought some things that have inspired me from a Christmas card range for this year, and I'm already in the middle of, well, I can see 3 or 4 projects around me. You know me, when I stop sewing and making a noise, I sit and watch the telly and do something on my lap tray at night. So there's plenty of crafting to share with me in the coming weeks. So I hope you'll come back and join me again soon, and we'll see what we can come up with. For now, this is Maggie, the Cheshire Crafter, saying bye for now. Come back and see me soon. Ta-da!